Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugality. Today's tip: can we stop taking all of our advice from children? I mean, I feel like it's kind of silly and everything, and I shouldn't have to say this, but like, I see grown women my age who are like, oh, can't do the side part anymore, gotta do the middle part. I remember when skinny jeans came in. And I hate skinny jeans. First of all, most of y'all should not be wearing skinny jeans. Skinny jeans are for a very select group of people. Almost everybody looks terrible in skinny jeans. Hate to break it to you. There are some people who look good. I am definitely not in that subgroup, and I have tried them. So I got some from not Goodwill, I can't remember, but like some sort of a thrift store. And I didn't realize they were skinny jeans when I bought them. And I had bought them like, because I bought a couple of sizes down so that as I was losing weight, so that I had clothes because I was running out of like pants. I realized that I kept all the shirts. I have tons of shirts, and my shirts tend to last longer, but no pants. Anyways, but they were like really tight and uncomfortable on the calves. I hated the way they felt. I didn't like them when they came in the first time, and finding jeans was absolute hell back then because everything was skinny jeans, and finding a boot cut jean, which is what is comfortable for me and looks good on me, was just impossible. And you know, my hair, I've parted on the side since I was a child, pretty much, and guess what, it's comfortable that way. I'm not going to part it down the center and be uncomfortable um, because a 22-year-old tells me that's what's in. Especially not, like, some of these kids are like not even adults. They have not reached the age of maturity, meaning like they're under 18, and we're listening to them and taking beauty advice. A 22-year-old knows nothing about dealing with wrinkles. They don't have them. So you know, we have all of this lived life experience, and we jump on these trend wagons that children create. I mean, and maybe it's just me, like, because I wasn't good about being on the trend wagon when I was young. In fact, at some point, I noticed that I was like really good. Like, I would always like be on trend before the trend was officially a trend. And then as soon as it became trendy, I no longer wanted to do it because I felt like it somehow was ruined. It was weird. Like, I'm much more of like a, this is my style, this is me. If I dress up, I prefer a more classic style or bohemian look. That's just who I am because that's what's comfortable and that's what I like. And I mean, there's certain like there's certain clothes that will never go out of style. Your little black dress will always be in style and you will never have to replace it as long as you keep it simple. You don't have all sorts of like random bedazzled crap on it. So yeah, and that was one thing, but then I saw a lot of them making some really, really, really bad political decisions, and saying things. And it wasn't just kids. I feel like, too, kids are given more of a platform. And I call them kids. They're in their 20s. But, I mean, I feel like, I feel like everybody's either under 28 or over 80 lately. And they have a platform and they have mastered the art of like social media and stuff. And I mean, good for them, but they were telling people don't vote. They were suggesting that you negate your duty, your responsibility as an American citizen because they thought that we shouldn't vote because of something that was going on somewhere else in the world. And Well, I'll give you that there are a lot of heinous things going on all around the world. I don't agree with most of them. There's very little I agree with on the world stage, to be completely honest. And they suggested you just don't vote, and then other people are like, oh well, if you're not going to vote, then do it this way instead, so you don't throw away your vote if you're in a swing state or whatever. And well, the sentiment may have been good, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be what happens. So a lot of people didn't vote, and that really made me angry, because I have always taken voting to be not just a privilege but a responsibility, and I feel like it's a right. And I mean, maybe it's because a little over 100 years ago I wouldn't have been allowed to vote. I mean, one, because I wouldn't have been alive yet, but two, because I am a woman. um and so I take that very seriously, because I have been silenced because of my gender in different circumstances, and I have been invalidated because of my gender, because obviously a girl wouldn't know that. Anyways, sorry, I have to, so instead of just, and I'm not saying, I mean, like, I'm not saying that no young person knows anything about anything, but we jump on their trends and we do all of that. I mean, most of us are grown ass people. And why are we trend chasing? Like, I don't think kids should be trend chasing, much less grown adults. I mean, and so I have met several men in their 20s who have actually hit on me. And the common theme is the reason they are attracted to me over girls their own age is because I am real, I am authentic, I am not just, jumping on some cookie cutter trend. I mean, I'm very much, I am who I am. And I guess to some extent, as much as I lack confidence, I'm confident in who I am, I guess. Like, I'm not a very confident person, but I'm confident in who I am. Like, I'm not going to change who I am to suit somebody else. Like, I'm not going to change myself to attract a man or to fit in with a friend group. I've just hit that point in my life where, you can love me, you can hate me, but I am who I am, and I'm not changing. That said, I mean, I do believe in personal growth. I'm constantly educating myself, and as I take in information, I will, like, change my mind and everything if I get new information. I'm very much so gosh, we had a term for it in education. I can't think of what it was called. Like, lifelong learner, maybe, or something. But I'm not going to jump on a trend. And trends are absolutely devastating for your wallet. So that's the advice for today. Don't just listen to the kids. Be confident in yourself, and be confident in yourself instead. Sorry, that was a really hard sentence tonight. And realize that you have something valuable to offer the world. I am not suggesting that you go out and try and date a 20-some-year-old man. It's, I mean, if you want to, fine, but I just don't want the wrong context to be taken out of that. That was not what that was about. That was about displaying the I don't know. But instead of jumping on trends, and instead of listening and trying to do what all the kids are, and instead of assuming that just because somebody has a platform that they are automatically smarter than you. I mean, I'm not necessarily smarter than any of you. I mean, I'm just really good at being frugal because I gotta be. Um, and you know, it's funny because like sometimes like today my brain was not braining. I could not think. I was dropping things. I couldn't get my hands to work. I couldn't open bags. I would try and put stuff in bags and my hands weren't working. I couldn't get stuff in and out of the car. I was so uncoordinated. It was just like a really bad day. And the funny thing is on days like today, I will look at a lot of your guys' comments. So like I guarantee that some of y'all will have some sort of like comment for me like, yes, that was good, or like, oh, you know, because you all have a wealth of experience and I've learned different things from you. I had somebody who taught me the like you tap an egg. So I have issues with my hands in case you don't know. They taught me like you tap an egg where like the big part is and it can help it when it's time to peel it. So you can learn all sorts of new things, and that was like an adaptation. That was something that I could do and still accommodate my fingers. So you all offer me a wealth of knowledge too. So don't just assume somebody knows more than you, because I'm sorry, I have a stinking headache. Throw the pencil over there. I'm sorry, I know my hair looks horrible, but it's tomorrow's hair washing day. But don't just listen to the kids and jump on the trends and everything. And I'm not saying be disrespectful to the kids, but it is absolutely insane to me when I see some of these, like, I don't know. I think sometimes people just have too much shit, and then we assume that they're smart. Who do we take dating advice? Who do guys take dating advice from? Certainly not women who are literally telling them what they want from some douche bro telling them how to get a girl. Who do we take finance advice? Some guy who happened to get lucky, who frequently is selling a class, and he's not making money off of YouTube. He's not making money off of this. He's not making money off of that. He's making money off the $1,000 to $10,000 class he gets y'all to buy. I mean, not necessarily you, but you know what I mean. But we automatically assume these people have a lot of knowledge, and I'm not saying none do, but look at the source. I mean, how many people took advice from Jenny McCarthy on medicine and ignored actual doctors? Jenny McCarthy, she grew up around here, and from what people have said, wasn't ever very bright. But hey, what was she, like a Playboy bunny? Who do you get your medical advice? A Playboy bunny who barely graduated high school? Or a doctor? That's a tough choice. So, just like look at your sources, and I'm sorry, I'm off on a tangent. Look at your sources. Quit just jumping on trends. Think. You have a brain in your head. You are so, so smart. Trust yourself. Trust your instinct to some extent. Don't jump on trends. Anyways, again, my name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.